Acts 28, verses 11 through 17. The Zadok Priestly Calendar, also called Qumran Dead Sea Scrolls Calendar. Here I show a count after winter, starting on New Year's and leading up to where Paul keeps Passover, and meeting up with the local leaders of the Yahudim on the Biblical Shabbat. This is what I currently have concerning the counting being in progress. Okay, I have right here, Acts 28, verse 11. After 3 months, we departed in a ship of Alexandria, so I'd wintered in the Isles. So it also says there, after 3 months is New Year's. So 3 months after winter. So here's winter right here. So 3 months. We got 1, 2, 3. So after winter, we're back here for New Year's. There we go. And I'll zoom in for you for a little bit right here. I marked the chapters the way I'm counting currently right now. So just a reminder, this Acts 28 verse 3, Acts 28 verse 12, I could start it right here because I could count this a day, but I didn't. I decided just to start Acts 28 verse 12. I started my count here to go 1, 2, 3. So Acts 28 verse 12. So, and landing at Syracuse, we tarried there 3 days. So there you go. We got 1, 2, 3. Okay, and you see Acts 28 verse 13, as it says, and from thence we fetched a compass and came to Reagum. After 1 day, there's 1, the south wind blew, and we came the next day. So that's 2. So that's 2 days for Acts 26 for 13. Starts on the Shabbat right here. See that? I put plus 1 day. And over here, you have Acts 28 verse 13. There's 2 days right there. Okay, and the next verse is Acts 28 verse 14, where they said they tarried for 7 days, right? Acts 28:14, stayed for 7 days. I kind of already numbered here so you can see it. See, I've numbered, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See how it's starting right there, 7 days. Ends on the first day of the week, on the 12th there. And that's Acts 28 verse 14. So down at the bottom, as it says, where we found brethren and were invited to stay with them 7 days. So I have it up here, Acts 28 verse 14, stayed 7 days. And you see I've been counting all the way through to the first day of the week right there. That's 12 days there. All right. So next verse is Acts 28 verse 15. And from there, when the brethren heard about us, they came to meet us as far as Apiphorum and 3 ends. So I put plus 1 day there. When Paul saw them, he thanked God and took courage. So here we go. Acts 28 verse 15 right there. And the 13th day of the month right there. Okay. So that's the 13th day. And you can see the very next verse is for Acts 28:16, where Paul was allowed to stay alone. It was Passover. Okay, let me show you that verse. Here we go. Let me just put that there. Here we go. Acts 28 verse 16. Acts 28 verse 16. Now when we came to Rome, the centurion delivered the prisoners to the captain, the guard. But Paul was permitted to dwell by himself with a soldier who guarded him. So you can see I put plus 1 day. That equals the 14th day of Passover. So once again, see right there on the 14th day, it says Passover, Acts 28 verse 16. Okay, and then you can see here, I say, after 3 days came to be on the Shabbat, Acts 28 verse 17. So there it's let me just read it. I have on the very bottom here, the best I can get it in there, right? It says right there, Acts 28, verse 17. It says, after 3 days, Paul called together those who were the leading men of the Jews, the Yahudim. So after 3 days later, after Passover, we end up on the Biblical Shabbat. There we go. So Acts 28, verse 17 would be, well, the end of Acts 28, 17. Well, we got 3 days. You got 1, 2, 3. After 3 days, sorry. 1, 2, 3. There you go on Shabbat. You see Paul keeping Passover, and then, of course, meeting with the Yahudim on the Biblical Shabbat. Okay, I'm going to zoom out, and hopefully you can see, take a good look at it. And there we go. Again, I don't know if this has helped here. Here's Acts 28, verse 11 through 17 there. And that's how I have them numbered. So, other than that, thank you and shalom.